From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
All right, good morning, everyone. If you haven't done it already, here's what I want you to do. This is your weekend project. I want you to go to your iPhone or your Android device and go to either the App Store for your iPhone or Google Play on your Android. Search for Weather NorCal, and you'll see this icon right here, and it'll say Weather NorCal. Download it. It's free. If you don't like it, take it off your phone, but I think you're really going to like it. It's got all the weather information you need, all the special programming that I have, Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals, Pet of the Week. We got other special programming that'll be in there. Your neighborhood forecast right here, fire information, 24-hour streaming channel, latest video updates, all on the phone from your app. And here's the beauty of it. Number one, it's free, but number two, it's local. There are a lot of other apps out there, but they're 100% computer generated without any personal touch. Now, I'll admit there is some auto generation on this app, but I do put a lot of personal touch into the forecast that goes out on the app. So be sure to look out for this. Check it out. It's free. I highly recommend it. And I think your friends and family who have it already would also recommend it. So check it out. All right. Cooling trend starts this weekend. Big temperature drop as we take you into next week, and possible showers, maybe some thunderstorms in the forecast as well. There's a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. Let's start off with the forecast smoke. This morning, I think we're going to be looking at some smoke around Mount Shasta, Wairika, but eastward, not as bad. Now, it's mainly the vicinity of where the Smith River Complex is. Yes, that's what it's called, the Smith River Complex. And this is where the densest smoke will be, or the most dense smoke will be. Not as bad anywhere else. Now we take you through Saturday afternoon, and this afternoon, there, of course, you can see that we are seeing some of that smoke still kind of lingering, especially in western Siskiyou County, but not to mention around the vicinities of the fire. But not bad here for the valley. All right, now we're going to take you into Sunday morning. Look at this. You see how we're seeing this overspread? Now, this is nothing to be terribly concerned about. I don't think it's going to be really dense smoke, but it will be definitely hazy out there, and there may be a faint smell of smoke out there as well. So bottom line, if you're at all sensitive to smoke, probably not a bad idea to avoid these areas if, say, for example, you have a hike planned in Siskiyou County or even into parts of Modoc County as well, not to mention Trinity County and even some of the mountain locations. But otherwise, fairly smoke-free for the rest of us. And even as we go into Sunday around noon, we're not seeing much relief from a lot of that haze. So just be aware of that, especially as we do go into Sunday for many other areas. Here's what it looks like today. Now, I did mention there's a cooling trend starting this weekend, but keep in mind it's still going to be a hot day out there today before those temperatures really do start to drop, especially by early next week. Even for the mountains, we're still looking pretty warm temperatures, mainly in the mid to upper 80s for those daytime highs. And of course, those chances for showers and maybe a few thunderstorms in there as well. So let's talk about that. Here's the area of low pressure right here. We do have what we call this trough axis. The east side of that trough axis is where you have the most amount of instability, the most amount of upward lift for showers and thunderstorms to develop. But here's the thing. Even though this is the most conducive area to see thunderstorms, what we've got here is, number one, a fairly weak area of low pressure, but number two, it doesn't have a lot of moisture to work with. We've got very dry air out there. So any moisture that's out there is going to try to squeeze out, and it will, and we will see some of those showers and thunderstorms popping up, but they'll be few and far between. Now, by the time we get into the middle of next week, it's down to our south. Now I've got my eyes on some air coming down from Canada. Now, this particular forecast model has this area of low pressure well off to our east. Now, typically, we would look at this and go, I'm not even going to talk about it. It's not even going to impact our weather, because it won't if this is the scenario that plays out. However, this is the GFS, or the American forecast model. There's another forecast model that we look at known as the European forecast model that has this low right on top of Northern California. If that scenario plays out, now we're talking significantly cooler temperatures and rain in the forecast next Thursday, not to mention Friday. So we're going to have to watch this closely to see what happens as we get towards the end of next week. As of right now, I actually have included a chance for showers, and I've kind of taken those temperatures and I put them in between where they would be, whether they're the coolest temperatures or the warmer temperatures. Now we take it to the end of next week, and that area of low pressure is now down to our south and east, but then we got to watch this cooler air up coming in from the Gulf of Alaska. So we could be looking at some pretty decent changes going into next week. All right, so let's talk about this weekend, all right, because that's what we've got going on, right? It's Saturday morning. You're making your plans for the day. So here's what you can expect. Here's what I'm expecting for the valley. Dry conditions, sunny skies, still hot. So if you have any outdoor plans outside today, be prepared. Make sure you got water, something to keep you cool, okay? But you don't have to worry about showers or thunderstorms. But if you're in the mountains, a bit of a different story, especially off into, say, Lassen and Plumas counties. This is where I think we're going to see the most amount of activity here through this afternoon. And there may be even a few pop-ups into Trinity County. Now, keep in mind, this is 3 p.m. Let's take it about 5, 6 p.m. You see how this is shifting northward. So again, this is where I think we're going to see the most widespread, heavier showers and thunderstorms and better chances for lightning strikes. Now, I think some of those will make its way up into Modoc County and even parts of Siskiyou County. You can see a few pop-ups there as well, but it doesn't look to be quite as widespread. So if you have outdoor plans in the mountains, this is where we're going to have the best potential for showers and thunderstorms. There will still be a chance for Siskiyou and Modoc counties, but it'll be few and far between, and I don't think you'd have to worry too much about getting caught under one of those showers. Now for Trinity County, it's mainly the early afternoon. By the time we get to closer to the evening hours, the chances are going to be much slimmer. All right, then we go into Saturday night, it's gone. Now Sunday, here's the situation with Sunday. You see how we're seeing better chances for everyone? But what you're noticing is we're not seeing these big areas of showers and thunderstorms. They're not as intense, they're not as strong. So these are going to be few and far between. So if you have outdoor plans or a hike on Sunday anywhere in the mountains, you could run into a passing shower and maybe a brief thunderstorm. But again, it's few and far between. So there's a very good chance you may not see anything. You may not see it over you, but you may see it off in the distance. So just be aware of that. And of course, like Trinity County looks like it has slimmer chances. And this is 6 p.m. on Sunday. And again, just like Saturday, just like today, I think the best chances will be off to the east here. Slimmer chances as you head into Siskiyou and even Modoc County. But you can see it does kind of push its way northward into Modoc County by Sunday evening, Sunday night. But by Sunday, 10 p.m., it's gone. And I think as we go into Monday, and this forecast model doesn't go out that far, but I think we'll see the best potential off to the east. Not as much activity heading off to the west. All right. That's it for the showers and thunderstorms. Let's talk about the temperatures. All right. So here's what we got. Temperatures are slowly dropping as we go into next week. Now, what I've got here is this. Remember that low pressure system I was talking about coming from Canada? If it plays off in the scenario where that low pressure is over Nevada and doesn't impact our weather much, we're talking probably mid to even upper 80s in this time frame right here. However, if that low pressure system decides to park right on top of us, now we're talking about maybe some low to mid 70s for your daytime highs. So there's a big difference between what those temperatures will look like as we go into the end of next week, depending on what that low pressure system does. And there's a big difference as to whether or not we see rain either. So this is going to be kind of an interesting scenario to see what these temperatures actually do, depending on where that low pressure decides to go. All right, let's take a look at your forecast for today. The valley's still hot. Make sure you have plenty of water for any outdoor plans. It's sunny. Temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. Make sure you're just aware of the situation of where you are in the higher elevations as far as any potential for showers and thunderstorms. Best potential will be right here. So be more prepared for showers and thunderstorms in the eastern mountains, but you don't have to be as worried about it for Modoc, Siskiyou, and not to mention even Trinity County as well. All right, that's what it looks like here for today. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook. And what we've got here is the chance continuing into Sunday and even Monday for places like Siskiyou County. Pretty much everywhere in the mountains, even into Monday. Now, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think everyone will see a break. Thursday, Friday, once again, all depends on where that low pressure goes. If it's over Nevada, I'm taking this rain out. If it's over us, I'm going to take out the word chance. I'm just going to say we're going to be looking at isolated showers and thunderstorms. First day of fall, by the way, is next Friday, but it won't occur until Friday night. So the first full day of fall will be that next Saturday, but fall officially transitions on Friday evening, Friday night. All right, here's your 7-day outlook for the valley. These temperatures still pretty warm. No showers, no thunderstorms. Even with Thursday's and Friday's potential in the mountains, I think the valley should remain dry. But there, of course, you can see those temperatures will be significantly cooler, especially by the end of next week.